All right, what's good, man? Let's get into it. So let's talk about LeBron James, man. Let's talk about LeBron James. And do we think this is the last season of LeBron James? And what I mean by 2024, I mean this upcoming season. After these playoffs are over, do you think this is the last year of LeBron Ramon James? If it is, it was one hell of a ride, man. It was one hell of a ride. Listen, I know there's LeBron, obviously LeBron's a polarizing figure. There's a lot of people that like him. There's a lot of people that hate him, whether that's for on the court reason or off the court reason. LeBron James, bipolarizing figure. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I always like LeBron. We're going to get into that. I never had a problem with him, even though, him acting like he's some Democrat advocate. When this guy came and read a book, he came and read Green Eggs and Ham. Him acting like he's Malcolm X and stuff like that. It was kind of off-putting, but after a while, after growing up and maturing, getting closer to the Most High, most important thing, apologize for not saying that first, listen to is, I kind of just got used to it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. And we all know these celebrities, they're all fake athletes as well, too. They're all faking, they try to act like they're, quote, more than an athlete when that's all they really are, athletes. But will LeBron retire in 2024? I seen something like a few weeks ago saying like LeBron James said he feels amazing. He feels great. He believes he still has much left in the tank. But he says mentally wise, how much more can he take it? Take going on the road, being away from his family. I kind of get that. I mean, because let's look at his career. I mean, the dude was with the Cavs from 2003, 4, all the way to 2009 or 10, or the beginning of 2010. And then he goes to the Miami Heat, which I would like to say, LeBron James with the Miami Heat is the greatest player I've ever seen with my own two eyes. LeBron James with the Miami Heat, offensively and defensively, is the greatest player. And I might have to do a separate video on this, why LeBron James with the Miami Heat might be a top 5 player of all time. Maybe even top 3. Because, bro, this dude, offensively and defensively, no one can match him. People talk about LeBron James with the Cavs and the second stint, and LeBron James with his second time with Cleveland was amazing. Not denying that. I'm not denying that. His second stint with the Cleveland Cavaliers from, what was it, 15 to 18 was amazing. But LeBron James with the Cleveland Cavaliers didn't play any defense. LeBron James with the Miami, go look up what he did to Derrick Rose. That was a defensive showing that I've never seen. I've never seen anybody get locked up like that. Go look up what he did to Jeremy Lin Sandy. Listen, I'm a Knicks fan, but I hate Jeremy Lin with a passion. And so did Carmelo Anthony. Shout out to Carmelo. But look what he did to Jeremy Lin and Lin Sandy. Locked that down. Had Lin wanted to go back to China, where he belongs, playing in China. But besides that point, LeBron James with the Miami Heat is the greatest player I ever seen with my own two eyes. And, he deserves an appreciation video for that. And then we have the whole Laker experiment, which, I mean, I don't know how to feel about the Laker experiment. I mean, they got the championship, but now kind of looking at that championship, it's like, I'm not going to discredit it. It's a championship. He won it. It is what it is. But when it comes to the bubble championship, it's like everybody was balling out. And if it wasn't LeBron, say like Jimmy Butler would have won the finals, everybody would have no problem calling Jimmy Butler a champion. But, you have the LeBron bipolarism where people are like, well, it's not a real championship. It was during the whole disease era, and, they were playing in a bubble, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, if it was anybody, if Jason Tatum would have won it, if Joel Embiid, if Jimmy Butler, if Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray and them boys who were balling, if they would have won it, y'all would have called them a champion. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But because it's LeBron, you gotta discredit him, which, it is what it is. And, LeBron does bring it on himself. But at the same time, this whole Laker experiment was a semi-successful, semi-failure. They got a championship. At the same time, I mean, his first year with the Lakers, he missed the playoffs. The second year, they got bounced by the Phoenix Suns, who ended up going to the finals. So, I mean, they lost to the team that went to the finals, so I guess that's not bad. Next year, they missed the playoffs. 2022, they missed the playoffs. And then last year, they got swept by the Nuggets. And this year, they got gentlemen swept by the Nuggets. So, I mean, it's been a whole cluster. It's been a whole cluster of things. But, I can definitely see LeBron James, now granted, this all decides where if Bronny decides to come out. Me personally, if I'm LeBron James, I would probably tell my son to stay in college because LeBron James knows his son is nowhere near ready to come into the league. Unless LeBron James is that selfish and he really wants to play out this whole Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr. Moment. Then it is what it is. But at the same time, like, Brian, you gotta tell Brian to stay in college. You have to tell him to stay in college. If you actually care, and listen, LeBron does care about his son. He obviously loves his son. Shout out to LeBron for being a great black dad. You know what I'm saying? We need more of those. And we need to promote more of those. But if you actually care about your son, if you really think your son has a chance to be not even you, like LeBron, like Bronny and Bryce are never going to be LeBron. LeBron's a once-in-a-generation talent. But if you think your son can be a starter or even a good bench player, he has to stay in college. The dude averaged 4 points a game. He averaged 4 points a game, and we still don't know about his health because I know he had cardiac arrest, which, thank the Most High, Bronny's good. But at the same time, you got to tell him to stay in college. But that also brings up the case. Would LeBron James be willing to stay for another year or two while Bronny develops for USC or whatever college he goes to? Because I know Bronny went into the transfer portal. Will LeBron James be willing to stay for another 2 to 3 years in the league and wait for Bronny to come out to be actually ready to come out and play with him? I don't think so, man. I think LeBron, he's been giving signs that he wants to retire unless he's trying to threaten teams to take his son so he can play with his son and then retire. Because I heard that the Lakers have very good interest in taking Bronny, which it doesn't shock me. LeBron James has Jeannie Buss with the wrap of her finger. He has Jeannie Buss around his finger, which is not that hard. She's a woman and doesn't know anything about basketball. But at the same time, he has Jeannie Buss wrapped around her finger, and it wouldn't even shock me if they took Bronny in the first round. It would not even shock me if they took Bronny in the first round. You know what I'm saying? But if they don't, if Bronny stays another year, could 2024 be the farewell tour? The Kobe Bryant, the Michael Jordan, the Tim Duncan, who else had a farewell tour? The Dirk Nowitzki farewell tour for LeBron James. I believe so. I mean, it's a huge possibility. And here's a real question. How would the farewell tour be received? Because LeBron is so bipolarizing. Because say what you want, like Kobe, after he tore his ACL, people kind of felt bad for him. And we're like, damn, we're not going to see, Kobe Bryant anymore. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to see the Black Mamba anymore. When Michael Jordan was with the Wizards, that wasn't Michael Jordan anymore. And people kind of were like, dang, we're not going to see Jordan again anymore. Dirk Nowitzki, no one really hated Dirk. But at the same time, people are like, dang, this is the last time we're going to see Dirk. Same thing with Tim Duncan. Same thing with a lot of these players. LeBron James is so bipolarizing. Him and Kevin Durant, I don't know if people would, receive their farewell tour good. You know what I'm saying? I can see Steph Curry, especially if he stays with Golden State, his farewell tour being, kind of like a Kobe type style. I don't know about LeBron. Do you think I know the Cleveland Cavaliers, Miami Heat, and the Lakers would cheer for him. I know, other than that, I don't see anybody else who's going to cheer for him. I really don't know who else is going to cheer for him. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. But look, that's my thoughts. What are yours? Do you think LeBron James, this upcoming season, that will be his farewell tour? So the 2024 to 2025 season, especially if they make the playoffs, if they, whatever team he goes to, if they get LeBron, if they get Bronny, whoever team gets Bronny, and do you think he'll try to make a title run and go out a winner? That would be a way to go out. I can't remember the last time. When's the last time an NBA champion, a superstar champion, won the title and retired? Or any athlete, to be honest with you. I know Peyton Manning did in 2015, but other than that, I really can't think of anybody else. But that's my thoughts. What are yours? Do you think LeBron James will retire in 2024? RJ out.